Running Back Nation, what is good? Sixer sickos! What is good? We're back every damn day. And just for that, give me 1 trillion likes on the video. Seriously, if you watch the videos all the time, you didn't hit the like button, what are you doing? Also, almost 30% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. That is what we like to call fraudulent behavior. So just, if you get some enjoyment out of it, man, just do me a favor, hit that little thumbs up, okay? Let's get down to business! Listen, Joel Embiid is continuing his fueling the NBA media and pissing off his haters. This, to me, I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s. Do the math there for those of you that don't know how old I am. This is reminding me of an early Eminem when, the backlash, smaller scale. Eminem's lyrics were being read on Fox News and shit. Smaller scale, but this is reminding me of that, where there's backlash, and instead of ignoring the haters, he continues to give them things to talk about. So anyway, Joel Embiid's on a podcast now with Drew Hanlon, where he said some things that, we're just going to go over the things that he said. And then also we're going to talk about, people are saying that Tyrese Maxey put on some muscle in a short amount of time. We're definitely going to talk about that, okay? Thanks for being here. Here's what Joel Embiid said on the pod. I'm not going to play the clips because I got copyrighted on the Paul George stuff. So we're at the point now where I'm not allowed to react to even podcasts because they're hitting me with copyright. Here's what he said. I'm probably the most hated guy in the league. I don't know why. I'm cool. I don't know what there is to hate about me. I feel like a lot of people can relate to my story and what I've been through. Yes, Joel. Grown-ups who, have a life and a career and a job and real problems probably look at you and say, that's awesome that he's from where he's from and he's done what he's done. Those are grown-ups. The people on Twitter that hate you are not grown-ups. They are children. They put the controller down. They're mad because they just got the floor wiped with them in a Fortnite lobby. And they pick up their phone to put a couple of Joel Embiid hate tweets out before they get back to, I don't know, whatever. I was going to make another Fortnite reference. Anyway, yes, you're hated on Twitter by trolls. You're not hated by real people who are real fans of the sport. You are hated by New York Knicks fans. And as you continue to dominate, and if you have a healthy playoff run, and you dominate some teams in the playoffs like you did against the New York Knicks on one leg. Yeah, Knicks fans, you averaged 30 points per game in that playoff series. Say what you want, the Sixers lost because of other reasons, not Joel Embiid. But if you have a healthy season, you continue to dominate, you will get real hate from more than just Twitter trolls. There's another one where he said, I'm the most hated guy in the league. Let's just scroll down all the things that he said. So he also said... See, Joel Embiid knows who hates him. That's the fun part about this. And Joel's been the best NBA troll of all time since he walked into the league. He enjoys it. He has a sense of humor. He thinks it's funny. He doesn't randomly say things. Joel Embiid strategically says things. He knows. He knew this was going to get posted. He knew Celtics fans were going to hate this. Joel Embiid says Jason Tatum has a super team. All right. And he said that he jokes with Jason Tatum about that. They're on the same Olympic team right now. They're friends. NBA players don't hate each other the way that NBA fans seem to hate certain players. But he said that he rags on Jason Tatum for that. The fact that he has an overpowered squad. And he said, if I go 5 for 20, we get blown out. That's a fact. Jason Tatum can go 5 for 20 an entire playoff series. They still win the championship because he has Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White, who's the best player on the team, and so on and so on, Drew Holiday, etc. So he's right about that. Celtics fans are probably mad about it. Don't care what you say. Your team is ugly. Just green jerseys, a little leprechaun. Come on, bro. Joel Embiid was telling Tyrese Maxey in the Knicks series that he wouldn't be able to last more than 2 third quarters. So Joel Embiid put it out there in this podcast that he came back from the meniscus surgery too soon, and he was not 100%, and he was telling Tyrese Maxey in the middle of the Knicks series that he probably couldn't last more than 2 or 3 quarters. And we kind of knew that. We knew he was rushing back, not rushing back as far as like the knee was still injured. We went through all of the doctor analysis and things like that from the one doctor on YouTube that was analyzing it and some other things, that if he comes back this soon, the meniscus is healed, but he's going to be in a lot of pain. And he knew that. He came back to try to help his team get out of this first round against the Knicks, but help his team possibly win a championship. He came back knowing there was going to be a lot of pain. He tried to play through the pain. It was a lot, and you could tell that he was worn down by second or third quarter of a lot of those games. And you just have to commend that. Who does that? These other NBA players aren't doing that. Kawhi Leonard, a fly lands on the guy's knee, and he's done for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Zion Williamson was healthy for like a whole season, and he said he wasn't coming back because he didn't feel like himself. What kind of mental gymnastics is that? We have a player in Joel Embiid in Philly who's, I mean, literally every sense of the word, every sense of the phrase, putting his body on the line to try to win. You can be frustrated with how injured Joel Embiid is and how he always gets injured, and I'm frustrated too, but you can never question this guy's mentality. You can never question this guy's heart. You just can't question it, bro. I've rarely seen a player continue to put his body out there and play through pain to try to win, especially in today's NBA. You know, because there's business people telling a guy like Kawhi Leonard and whoever else, don't do it. You're going to jeopardize the last couple years of your career, sit out this one, and, you know, maybe play next year or just collect all the money. But they tell people not to do this. Joel Embiid wants to win. And the fans deserve a player who wants to win. These guys are getting $200 million, and they don't care about winning. Joel Embiid wants to win. You can never question his heart. Let's continue because I don't want this to be a half hour long. He said the thing about Jason Tatum. Celtics fans are quote tweeting it, saying he went 7 for 19 in Game 5 for New York and the Sixers won. Yeah, that's because Tyrese Maxey had 47 points and scored 7 points in the last 12 seconds of that game. Joel Embiid says he likes paying attention to the hate on social media. I like when people tell me I can't win because it makes me push myself to be better. I'm probably the most hated guy in the league. I don't know what there is to hate about me. So he said he likes to read the hate on Twitter. It fuels him, you know. So there's that too. I need to get better at that. I get a lot of haters in my replies, and a lot of times I block them. Maybe I should just read that as fuel, but you guys are fucking annoying. Joel Embiid said he would average 50 points per game in the NBA without double teams. I'm sorry if the haters don't want to hear this, but that one's a fact. That one is absolutely a fact. You saw what happened to Wemby when Greg Popovich fell asleep. He put 70 on his head in 3 quarters, almost 3 quarters, a little halfway through the 4th quarter, he was going for 70. I mean, and by the way, Ricky Council, I'm pretty sure, sent that game into overtime. Was that the same game? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will. But yeah, that's absolutely a fact. Nobody in the NBA can guard Joel Embiid one-on-one. Nobody. If there's not a double team, if there's not a strategic double, triple team, all the things they throw at him every night, if he was allowed to go one-on-one all the time, he would absolutely average 50 points per game. He's completely unstoppable. Completely unstoppable. So there's the fun new things that Joel Embiid said in this podcast that has people riled up. Give me your opinions on that. And we're going to talk about Tyrese Maxey, okay? CBane100 on Twitter posted this, of this press conference that we had with Tyrese Maxey, Josh Harris right here, Daryl Morey, and he said Tyrese Maxey is jacked. Now, you look at Tyrese Maxey in this polo, does he look like he put on muscle? Yes, he really does. He really looks like he put on muscle. And maybe, I mean, the shirt's pretty tight, you know what I mean? Tyrese Maxey always had a frame, but he looks like he put on muscle, and I want to talk to you about why I think he did put on muscle in a short period of time, why it doesn't shock me that much, and how that's going to translate into another step forward for Tyrese Maxey this season. Okay, I want to look at this video. So the same person, I believe, no, Hoop Central posted this, but somebody else made a comment about Tyrese Maxey being on HGH. Here's Maxey in a dribbling drill, and he looks like he definitely has some considerable added muscle on his frame. And why doesn't that surprise me? And the HGH thing is a joke that people are making, but also on the internet today, on social media, on Instagram, anytime somebody sees anybody that gained any muscle, they immediately say he's on something, he's taking supplements, whatever it is. People don't take genetics into account when they talk about these types of things. Tyrese Maxey always had a muscular frame, even right here where he looks definitely smaller than he looks right now. There's still definition, there's still muscle. He had a natural build. So it doesn't shock me that Tyrese Maxey can put on muscle. That's what genetics is. Some people can put on muscle, some people can't. Me, I was 130 pounds soaking wet when I was a senior in high school. I'm a $185 right now, but it took me 20 years to put on that 50 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Because of my weak, malnourished ancestors from Northern Europe and Italy who can't build muscle. So people like me, it takes a really, really long time to see any results. But people like Tyrese Maxey, who has the genetics that he has, doesn't shock me that he can put on muscle like that. Same reason I don't necessarily believe that LeBron James is on something. LeBron James is just a freak of nature. He has genetics that nobody's ever had before. Doesn't shock me that he's still playing basketball at that age. But I think Tyrese Maxey definitely put on muscle and put on muscle quick, and it doesn't shock me because of his work ethic. You don't have to be on supplements to put on what I would say is about 5 pounds of muscle, which looks like Tyrese Maxey put on in the last couple of months. You don't have to be on something to do that. You have to be dedicated. You have to be on a high-calorie, high-protein diet. You have to be lifting consistently, weekly, adding weight, adding reps every single time you're in the gym. And a lot of NBA players don't gain any weight. A lot of NBA players can never put on muscle. Kevin Durant, Mo Bamba, just throwing it out there. Some guys, tall, lanky, struggle to gain weight, but also they never I know for a fact probably that Kevin Durant probably never really tried to put on weight, and he never had to. He's an incredible talent at his height. He can shoot over everybody. He doesn't need to put on weight. But I'm just saying, doesn't shock me that Tyrese Maxey put on this weight because the dedication that it takes, the plan that it takes, and the execution that it takes to put on muscle is a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. But that's what Tyrese Maxey does. Every single offseason, he comes in and says, what do I need to work on? What do I need to do? I came in as a 29% three-point shooter out of Kentucky. You told me I can't shoot threes. One offseason, I was a 40+% three-point shooter. Boom, done, right? And then they said he didn't have a handle. Went in the gym, boom. Next season, he's crossing over, step back, etc. Next offseason after that, they say, yeah, but he doesn't have a mid-range. Next season, he's shooting the mid-range. He's getting into step-back fadeaways. He's dribbling into space on the baseline, fadeaway, baseline, Allen Iverson-esque mid-range jumpers. Every season, he goes in and adds something. This is why I told you guys that told me Tyrese Maxey can't be an all-star. This is why I told you you're wrong, bro. There's nobody with that mentality. He has the mentality of being better every single day. You can't stop. What's going to stop him from being an all-star? That's what I was saying. What do you mean, bro? He's going to look at what do I need to do to improve, and he's going to go do it. It's what he does. So I saw it from day one. He had all the workings, all the tools of somebody mentally that can become an all-star. Right? And so this last offseason, they say, okay, but you're not a good defender and you're a little bit too weak. You need to add muscle to be stronger on the perimeter against NBA guards. And he says, bet! I got you. So I did all those other things, and now I need to do this. And he goes in, and I guarantee you, they give him a high-calorie, high-protein diet plan. They give him a lifting schedule, and he goes in and he gets it done. Simple. It's all in the mind. It doesn't shock me that Tyrese Maxey put on about 5 pounds of muscle in the offseason. And Wow, I'm so ready to watch this kid. I'm so ready to watch him this season, man, because 26 point per game All-Star last season, and that was still transitioning out of the James Harden era where, you know, James Harden was really the third option to Joel and James. He really became the second option or the 1B to Joel Embiid last season. And if Tyrese Maxey at 22 years old was a 26 point per game All-Star, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, bro, this might be a hot take. But Joel Embiid needs to take a little bit of a backseat this season. We don't need you to score 35. You got Paul George now taking pressure off of the perimeter. Tyrese Maxey this season could very well be the number one scorer on the Sixers. He could be the leading scorer on the Sixers, bro. That might be a hot take. And it doesn't matter who the leading scorer is. I'm not pitting players against each other. I'm just saying Tyrese Maxey could be the leading scorer on the Sixers this upcoming season. Let's go, bro. I'm so hype. I'm like every offseason now, I'm hyped for the additions. I'm hyped for the Paul George thing. I'm hyped for Joel Embiid. Maybe he has a healthy season. But every season now, I'm more hyped to watch another season of Tyrese Maxey than anything else. Fuck yeah. I'll see you guys soon, man. I'm out. Love you.